Hey guys, so with information about Tier 4 coming out with the developer's notes and all the stuff in low on, I think I have a pretty good idea about what my plans are for preparing for Tier 4 and what I'm going to be doing at the beginning of Tier 4 as well. So right now I'm on my main, my Striker. Yes, Striker is still my main. I know a lot of you guys meme that my Breaker is my main right now, but no, my Striker is still my main. I'm going to be taking this to Tier 4 and will be progging all content with this class. But for my characters, my plan is to, of course, make Striker continue to be my main. And I'm pushing this character up with Advanced Honing. I'm pushing it up to 1630 about with Advanced Honing, probably 10 levels. And I'm probably going to stay put there and not push to 1640 with the rest of Advanced Honing. From what I've heard, the second part of Advanced Honing is pretty expensive, so it doesn't really make too much sense at the moment to push there. Now, granted, there is a Chaos Dungeon at 1660, so when you turn into Tier 4, right, you go to 1640, 10 levels from Advanced Honing, 1650, another 10 from the second half of Advanced Honing, 1660. So technically, if I do push 20 levels with Advanced Honing, I will be able to get to the latest Chaos Dungeon, but I think at the moment it just doesn't make too much financial sense for me, and here is why. So while I am going to be maining Striker and pushing this character up, my main focus on my other characters is actually pushing a roster of 6 to 1620, or as close to a roster of 6 to 1620. And here is why. And this probably doesn't come as a surprise to many of you guys who have been playing this game for a while, but when the new tier comes out, the materials are going to be skyrocketing. The new materials are going to be so expensive, so pushing a bunch of characters to the newest content and taking advantage of the new materials and selling all the unbound materials is going to net you a ton of money. So I'm going to be pushing up as many characters as I can in my main roster of 6 to 1620 as my main plan for the economic side of things. I'm pushing all these characters up to 1620, getting them to 1640 as soon as I can, and then just doing Chaos Dungeons and getting the materials and selling all the unbound materials in the market to get as much money as possible. Little do you guys know, even though I do pay a good bit for this game, most of the time I only pay for cosmetics. There's very few times where I'm actually paying for power, so I prefer to just get gold as efficiently as possible to push my character up. So that's the plan for the, I guess, materials and money making there, right? The other reason why I want to push all my characters as much as possible to 1620 is because of the new accessory system. So the new accessory system is very interesting, right? On day one, everybody is going to be, at least the whales are going to be trying to roll as good of accessories as possible. For me, I don't really care about that too much, so my plan for accessories is as follows. So we know a couple things. These accessories are going to be dropping, and when you dismantle them, you get these little polishing materials, I guess is what they call them, right? The polishing materials are going to be gotten from broken down accessories. That's one thing that we know. The other thing that we know is we get arc passive enlightenment points from upgrading our accessories. So when you upgrade it to level 2, level 3, you get more arc passive points. And what do arc passive points do, you might ask? Well, arc passive points are going to be stuff for this tree right here. So this one right here, the enlightenment points, right? The accessories will be providing points for this enlightenment tree, which, as we can see here, tier 1 and tier 2 gives us job engraving effects. And then tier 3 and tier 4 gives us new effects. So ideally, we would like to at least get tier 1 and tier 2 completely cleared out. So I think that when we upgrade our accessories, we'll get quite a few of these points. So my goal on day 1 is to, 1, just get 3 line upgrades on every single accessory slot as soon as possible. And then also, level up my characters as fast as possible to level 70 using cubes. So that way I maximize on my points for my character, because levels will also give points to all of those trees. Now, the second thing I'm going to be doing with my accessories is after I get all of my accessories 3-lined on my characters, right? I don't really care about what the lines are unless somewhere down the line I get something really good. I might sell that. But if I don't get anything good, I'm just planning to get 3 lines on all my accessories. And then after that, every other accessory, and this specific part is a little bit like up in the air because I don't know if the accessories drop with 1 line or if they don't drop with any lines at all and we need to upgrade them. I'm assuming that they will drop with 1 line. So under that assumption, I'm going to sell any accessories that start with good lines, right? Anything with good lines at the beginning, I'm selling those and not rolling them. And anything with garbage lines, I'm going to be breaking down and getting these mats. So I'm going to break them down, get those mats, and also sell those mats, or at least any extra mats that I don't use up for getting my accessories to 3 lines each. So that is my plan for accessories. I think that, especially at the beginning, right, there's going to be such a premium for these accessories because the whales aren't going to be able to get enough accessories for themselves. They're going to start rolling, and start running out, and also run out of these shard materials. So if you're going to capitalize on this market, you can go ahead and get the shards, as much as shards as possible, and sell as many good accessories as possible. Heck, some of you guys might even decide that, hey, I'm not going to upgrade my accessories at all day 1 because we're probably not even going to dip into the arc passive system until much later. So you might even decide, okay, I'm not even going to roll any accessories. I'm just going to sell the good ones and dismantle the bad ones and sell every one of these materials, which will probably net you the maximum profit. So you can do either what I'm doing, or at least thinking about doing. It's still a little, kind of like flexible, but I'm probably going to be just upgrading my accessories to get the lines, to get the arc passive points for the enlightenment tree. Or you can go and do what I was saying in the other option and go and just sell every good accessory and dismantle all the bad ones and sell these shards. And don't even worry about upgrading these accessories at all because you're going to maximize on profits when you do this. So that's what I'm doing for the accessories. When it comes to gems, I think Saint made a really good point, and I'm going to be following his advice as well. So as you can see, for my characters, the ones that are at endgame are my Breaker and my Striker right now. And these are kind of going to be my 2 mains, quote unquote. Now, with both of these classes, they're both relatively low damage gem classes. So if I go back to Deathblow, which I am planning to go back to because I'm hoping the Enlightenment tree or the new passive tree will make Deathblow a lot more bearable to play. I'm going to be going back to Deathblow, and as you can see with Deathblow, I only use 1, 2, 3 damage gems. And really, mainly Lightning Tiger Strike is going to be your main level 10 damage gem. So I'm going to be upgrading this character to tier 4, keeping these 3 damage gems as is. I'm not going to be upgrading these damage gems to tier 4. And then the rest of them, I'm going to be upgrading to tier 4 gems. Because in Saint's stream, he mentioned that for characters that have low damage gems, you should keep your main damage skills as tier 3. Because when you go into tier 4, the percentage damage each gem gives actually drops from what is now tier level 10 gems at 40%. In tier 4, those gems will convert to level 8 gems, and they'll actually only give you 36% damage as opposed to the full 40. So you're going to want to keep your big damage skills if you're maybe like 1, 2, 3 damage gem class. You're going to want to keep those gems at tier 3 to maximize on the damage, and then convert the rest of them to tier 4. That way you start getting this line right here, the percent attack power line that we get from our tier 4 gems. So that's my plan for my characters going to tier 4. I'm not planning to buy any kind of like big damage gems right now and kind of invest on that. That, I think, is a little bit too risky of a play for me. I'm just going to play it safe. Some of you guys might want to buy the tier 3 damage gems, convert them to tier 4, and then, try to make money off of that. But for me, I am staying put with my gems, and if anything, maybe thinking about finding ways to get tier 10 gems just for myself, or not tier 10, level 10 gems just for myself for tier 3, just so I can get more damage. So that's my plans for tier 4. Take every single one of my characters, try to get them to as close to 1620 as possible. That way, when I get into tier 4, I get to maximize on the materials and sell all the unbound materials for big money, and also sell all the accessories I'm going to get and the accessory kind of polishing materials that I'll get to maximize on money. Every time there's a big tier reset, the money comes from the materials, and you should be maximizing on profits there. That way, it'll help you cruise the rest of the tier later on. Now, some of you guys are going to be big whales, so you're going to be going day one, trying to maximize everything, and that's fine. But for me, I'm not a big whale, so, well, at least when it comes to power. So, yeah, I'm going to be trying to cruise and get as much money as possible. Hopefully, this video was interesting and helpful to you. If it was, please leave a message in the comment section below. And as always, please remember to hit the like button, hit the sub button, ring the bell for notifications, and I also stream every single night starting at 10 p.m. PST on twitch.tv/MisoxShiru. So hopefully I see you guys there, but if not, hopefully I'll see y'all in the next video. All right, guys, peace out.